arrived in Jakarta yesterday.
Yes,
right?
I did.
And
yes.
how do you feel right now?
Very good.
And have you seen Jakarta a little bit?
No, I just arrived last evening, so not really. I've been to the mall, had to do a bit of it's okay. Shopping, but nothing much. I've not really seen Jakarta yet.
At least you had a chance to shop.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yes. Where did you do the shopping?
Actually, we just went to the close by mall, and I wanted to pick something just basics, nothing much. Yeah. Though I've heard that the Baltic prints here are very famous, so I would like to have a look whenever I get time. Yes.
Okay, so we are here Indonesian people know you for your serial Shakuntala.
Yeah.
In what year did it process in India? 2009?
Well, 2009, yes, it ended, yes.
So maybe can you tell us a little bit story about your, the first time that you entered the television industry? How did you struggle?
Okay, thankfully I didn't have to struggle. Firstly, I was studying and during my college first year I started kind of getting offers for print ads and for ads. So I used to do it just as a hobby because it was quick money and you just had to go for 4 hours and come back. So as a student I was very happy doing that, never gave it a thought that I'll actually become an actress.
Most of the female student like to do some modeling things.
Yeah, exactly, just time pass. Yeah, otherwise I was specializing in history. I was doing history honors and I was studying for IS, which is in India. It's again a quite prestigious thing to do. So I was preparing for it and I was doing specialization in history. So of course, everyone in my family is majorly into academics, doctors and scientists and lawyers. Yeah, everyone. Nobody is from the industry, so of course, nobody ever thought that I would do it. I didn't know that I would do it.
Okay.
But yeah, so it just happened. So and I started with my career with commercial ads. So I did around 70 commercial ads, like Fair and Lovely, TVS Scooty, Colgate. I was ambassador for Colgate for good 5-6 years. So every 2 years they would renew the contract. So I've done around 70 commercial ads. I've done a Telugu film called Dhum, D-H-U-M, Dhum. It was opposite Jagpati Babu, but because I didn't really understand the language and
Hindi language, what language is that?
I started with commercial ads, that was Hindi. Normal TV ads that you do, Coke, Pepsi, whatever, yeah. And so I did this film and then because of my commercial ads, Star spotted me and they offered me my first show, that was Desh Mein Nikla Hoga Chand. The shooting used to happen in Dubai, London and Canada. Then I signed up a show with Sony, that was Ayushman. It was based on Doogie Howser, a 16-year-old genius. So I was playing the main lead in that too. Then my third show, which was very, very popular overseas and India, that was Mamta. It was for Z.
In what year?
That was from 2005 to 2007 or 8, I think. 2.5, 3 years. And then I got bored and I quit. Because, in India, TV shows, they keep running, So, yeah, after 2-3 years, I just thought that enough is enough because they were really dragging the story. But initially, the story was beautiful and we got amazing response. It was an experimental show and did amazingly well. So, yeah, so I did that show. Then I did a show for Star again. It was Ye Tera Ghar Ye Mera Ghar. Again, I was playing a lead. Then I did Shakuntala, again, lead as a title, name title. And after Shakuntala, I did a small cameo in Dil Se Dua Saubhagyavati Bhav, again for Star. And then I did a show called Genie Juju. It was based on I Dream of Genie, so I was playing a genie. Yeah, so I was playing a genie and and then now for the time being, I'm kind of taking a break from daily soaps. I was doing until 7-8 months back. So for the past 8 months, I'm kind of taking a break and doing a few foreign films, which I can't really disclose. One is a French film, but I can't disclose much because I'm under contract. So I've been trying these different stints, exploring different markets and doing different things. Also in Singapore, I've been working.
That's great.
Yeah, so I have worked in Hong Kong, Southeast Asia, Spain and Singapore. Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of work internationally.
You made a lot of efforts, yeah, and great achievement finally. What did your parents say after you entered?
Now they're very happy.
Yeah, successfully entered the industry.
Yeah, they're happy now. Initially, of course, they were really very shocked when I told them I want to do it full time. So my mom was like, "Ah, no, you must be kidding."
But did they forbid you before at the first time when you said that, Mom, I want to do to enter the industry?
Oh, they were absolutely against it. They said, okay, you're on your own if you want to go to Mumbai. So I had a friend. I called her up and I said, can I come and stay with you? And she was like, okay. She was my childhood friend. And my mom just gave me a cell phone and she told me that, you know, whenever you want to come back, just let us know, we'll send the ticket. And my father was, of course, petrified, and he really tried to brainwash me. He was like, don't go, don't go. And so my mom was like, oh, just relax. You know how pampered she is. She'll be back in a week's time. You know, that hurt me so much. I was like, damn, my parents really think so lowly of me that they think I'll be back in a week's time. So my mom was pretty sure that I'll be back in a week's time, but well, I was stayed for good 15 years. Yeah, it's been 15 years now in Bombay, and yeah. So now she's very happy and they're proud. And
you prepared. That's prepared. That you can do it. But by that time, when you went to Mumbai, you just stay in your friends?
Yeah, but I was very lucky. I just had to stay with her for a month, and then I started getting ads. So ads are also very well paying, and then you are under contract. So I could shift into a PG, and within 4 or 5 months, I got this show, which was apparently at that point of time #1 show on Star Plus. So they wanted to do a generation leap. So I accepted, and they did everything on my terms and conditions, and I was very happy because my contract was with the channel.
So you're lucky,
I would say that. I really didn't have to struggle much, and things used to fall on my laps. I was lucky too, I won't deny the fact. And yeah, so it was pretty good. It was a good journey, and I've met a lot of people, met a lot of actors, and learned a lot from the people who are veterans in the industry. So even in my first show, I worked with Aruna Irani, who was my producer, a great veteran, and Neena Gupta. She's also a very, very big star there. Then Rohit Roy. So all big people I kind of worked with. I've got the opportunity to work with good people and learn a lot from them. So it's been a great journey. Yes. Also, for information, I write. So in Bombay, I have kind of written few concepts, which was bought by this company called Endemol, if you've heard. So MNC. So yeah, I also got into writing, and I was developing shows and writing dialogues and also screenplays. Yeah, I really like to write as well. So I do that too. Yeah.
And how do you have a chance to learn when you have to write a script? Did you take a course first, or you just learning?
I did. I think right from childhood I had a habit of writing a diary, and then I burnt it because too many secrets.
You used to write diaries?
But I used to write a lot, yeah. And otherwise also I used to write poems, and I used to write. I'm fond of writing, and I'm a person who expresses better writing than speaking. Okay. So if I have to have a serious conversation with someone, could be my parents, could be anyone, I'm like, wait, I'll write it to you. So that's what I do.
So in details, the script that you made, is that for what kind of show? Is it a drama, soap?
Yeah, a normal daily soap. So I wrote 2-3 concepts for them, and they liked it and they bought it. And the right refusal, of course, is mine. If they make a show out of it, they would offer me to do the show, but I don't think I'll be able to do it because now I'm kind of traveling a lot all over. And I stay in Bombay, I live in Singapore, so like too many numbers. So now, I mean, I have 2 numbers, Bombay and Singapore, but I mostly use Singapore number now because of my traveling, so that, you know, makes more sense using an international number. So yeah, so as of now I'm not thinking of writing, but maybe someday, maybe develop a concept or do something. And also we organize an event, so I'm also into organizing events. So I like to do a lot of things, which I do. One is in Singapore, it's called Singapore Latin Extravaganza. It's basically all the world champions in dancing, all the dancers from different countries, around 130 different countries. They come and perform, but it's all Latin. Even in Delhi we do that every year. That's called Indian Fiesta Latina. Again, we fly all the artists from different countries. That's more like a passion for me that I do. And yeah, so all these things.
And when you come to play the role of Shakuntala, is that quite difficult to join the audition or the casting for the first time?
Actually, in Shakuntala, I was already doing a show for Star, so they had, which I didn't know, they had given the instruction to production house apparently that they want a face like mine. So apparently they auditioned 15,000 girls. in India,
Yeah. Okay.
all over. And then finally channel said, you know what, we're not getting anyone, because apparently they wanted someone who looked 16-year-old, you know, they really wanted a girl who was 15, 16, and I was at that point 24, 25. And but they finally came to me and they were like, we don't care, but you're doing the role. I was like, okay. I don't mind. So it felt kind of really nice, because they had not disclosed this to me initially, and they had given strict instruction to the production house, which was Saga Pictures, that they wanted a face like mine. So they were auditioning a lot of girls to find a face like mine. So they used to take the picture of me and kind of look for, you know, girls. So it felt good actually when I got to know. Till the time I didn't know, because usually how it is, they don't really disclose. When I got to know, like, oh really? Thank you.
And I bet that you like the story of Shakuntala itself because you like history, right?
I love it, yeah.
Yeah. And did you find, any difficulty or challenge?
It was very, very challenging, because usually the kind of language we use while talking, it's absolutely different from what we talk. So you really have to concentrate on your dialogues, but when you're kind of talking, it should not appear that you've mugged them up and, you're just saying it for saying sake. So to come out naturally for them, the dialogues for it to come out naturally, I had to work a lot. I read the whole novel, did a lot of research, saw a lot of paintings of Shakuntala, how she should sit, how she should walk, because she was not a human being, she was more like an ethereal beauty from heaven. So basically, the consummation happened between an angel and a rishi. So she was kind of in the between, So she was very different from human beings, but still a bit close, because father was a human but mother was not. So I really, really had to kind of get into the character, think like her, walk like her, sit like her, laugh like her. Nothing could be more, nothing could be less. Everything had to be like very, like a princess, or you could say like an angel, but yet human. So it took a while, but it was okay. It was worth it, and it was pretty good.
How long did you have the time to learn this character?
Actually, not much, because when you're shooting at times, you don't have a script bank. At times you shoot, what you shoot today is tomorrow's telecast also.
Okay.
So it's really fast. So you have to be very, very fast with your dialogues and delivering your work, and everything has to be super quick. And then promoting the show all over, going to different cities. So it has to be, everything has to be on a fast mode.
What is the most interesting part when you do the role of Shakuntala? Or maybe the scene that you never forget?
There were many, many scenes, but I think the most touching part was my father did not raise me in the show.
Yeah.
Rishi Kanwa raised me in the show. He found me in the jungle and raises me. So even in the show, I had this beautiful connection with him, and I really felt like he was like a father figure, an amazing actor. So all the scenes with him I really liked. I liked quite a few scenes with Dushyant that I have liked, and yeah, overall it was a great experience, and also at times very tiring, because we were shooting in 49 plus degrees Celsius. So it used to be burning. My skin used to burn, literally come off. And we were shooting in Ahmedabad, and there's this rule that you can't, there's a curfew, there's a rule that you don't really step out of your house between 12 to 4. But we used to shoot non-stop. So it was very, very difficult to do, because we needed the light. But it used to be around 49, 50 degrees. Very, very hot.
Your skin gets burned, but yet you still have to look beautiful.
Yes, that was difficult, because you're sweating all the time and you're getting the heat stroke, you're fainting, but still, trying to look all good. That was a bit difficult, but otherwise, it was a beautiful journey. Yeah, very different. And that was the reason I chose the show. Because of the costume, because of the flowers, everything was very ethereal, very beautiful. Even our promo was shot very differently, very beautifully. So everything was pretty, very pretty.
Unfortunately, this serial is just start here in Indonesia, so we're just one episode, 20, 21 tonight.
Ah, okay.
So you were just still a little girl, young girl. It's just you.
Yeah, so it starts with the young girl. I mean, young Shakuntala and Dushyant, and then I'll grow into me.
Perlu translate ternyata. Ada yang mau tanya lagi? Ada yang tanya narration? Ada yang mau tanya?
Udah.
Udah ditanya.
Berarti nanti aja.
Kalau ada yang mau tanya lagi, kalau ada yang mau lanjut lagi. Oh ya, we asked you the place that you were shot that were really hot. Where is the place located?
It was in Ahmedabad, and in summers we were shooting Ahmedabad, Ahmedabad, India. Gujarat, it's in Gujarat. Yeah. And in summers it's super hot. Because it's very close to the desert.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's hard.
Yeah.
Untuk fans di Indonesia udah sebutannya apa terus antusiasnya gimana?
You already have fans here in Indonesia. Yeah.
Have you seen any
Sorry?
fans
Fans
yet?
in Indonesia.
I don't know because I've just come last night. Well, I've been told so that I have, but I haven't really have happened to meet anyone or experience it in person as of now.
So
Because I just arrived last evening, I've hardly stepped out. I was just in the hotel, even today, since morning.
But do you have any fans club before in India?
Yes, of course, like Telechakkar. There are a lot of people who kind of maintain our fan pages. I'm very bad at it. I'm horrible. I don't have a Twitter. I don't have anything. No Instagram, nothing. So I am a very reserved
person.
I'm not. I'm a very reserved person, and I like to keep my personal life very separate. I don't even kind of like accept friendship requests from people who are not friends if they're professional. So that my personal thing remains personal. So it's very important for me. So I'm not a social media person.
But what is your fans club name?
No, like Telechakkar.
Telechakkar,
Yeah,
yes.
so they maintain it. Then India Forums, they maintain it. So all these agencies, who write about celebrities or who write about whatever, they kind of maintain the page. But I am pretty bad. I would love to, but I'm really bad at it.
Okay, that's why I find it a bit hard to find about information about you online. Okay, yeah. Ada pertanyaan lagi?
It'll be easier if you write Neha Mehta Mamta or Neha Mehta Shakuntala, so maybe it'll pop up. It'll pop up, yes. So with my name, you just have to write my show's name, like Mamta. Neha Mehta Mamta, M-A-M-T-A, Mamta. Or Neha Mehta Shakuntala, then everything will come up in Wikipedia.
Okay, and then some of our friends ask you, what are you going to do here in Indonesia? What show? What? Maybe you have a surprise here for the Indonesian people.
See, I don't know. The channel has, kind of designed the itinerary, and I'm going to do whatever. And what I know of it is that I have to promote the show in any way possible. So I'm going to do that. Maybe we'll travel to different cities also. We'll go to different shows and promote the show. And so from my side, I'm really going to try to reach out to people and urge them and request them to watch the show and love it the way everyone loved it in India. So yeah, that's the whole thing, and I would really like to, connect with Indonesians, because I don't know, somehow I feel the connection is very strong. It's more like India. People are very warm, very like Indians, like very warm. So the warmth is something that I really can relate to here in Indonesia. So it's a great market, it's a great place to explore and to know. So it'll be really nice. I would love to work here or find, some grounds here.
How long will you stay in Jakarta?
For 3 weeks, for now, yes.
Quite long.
Yes, it's pretty long.
Yang memutuskan untuk ke Jakarta dan memantau demam India di Indonesia, dia memantau sendiri apa?
Do you realize that here in Indonesia we have kind of fever, Indian fever here? Your friends from Mahabharata, your friends from Navya keep coming. Did you realize that?
Yeah, I knew it. I mean, I got to know that they've been coming, and so now I'm going to experience it myself, and I can't wait.
Do you have any message for your fans in Indonesia?
Yeah, sure. I mean, thanks for, inviting us over, I would like to say, and thanks for watching our shows, and thanks for the appreciation, because I think for an artist that's the most important thing, that your work is appreciated and people love you, and that's the reason we work. I would say if someone would offer me an amount of money and if I have to perform and there is no audience, I would still refuse. And if I have to do something which is very, very job satisfying and the whole stadium is full of people, I would love to perform even if I'm not paid. So that's how an artist's minds and an artist's heart works. So I'm really, really very thankful to Indonesians, all our friends. I wouldn't even call them fans, our friends who really watch our shows and appreciate our work. And I'm really, really very thankful and would like to keep doing good work for them to appreciate our work and my work.
Mas take a picture.
Yeah, sure.